Welcome to my channel Phi Concepts CHM. This is the second part of the series of behavior of real gases, where we will see the behavior of the gases at high pressure. Behavior of gases at high pressure. The isothermals between PV and P for various gases have been drawn, and the general nature of the curves is as shown in this figure. The general nature of the curves is the same for all gases. At high temperature, that is these curves, the value of PV increases with increase in P. At lower temperatures, PV decreases initially with increase in P. It becomes minimum at a particular pressure and then increases with increase in P. That is these curves. At temperatures below critical temperature, there is sudden decrease in the value of PV with increase in P. That is, this is the sudden decrease in the value of PV with increase in P. This corresponds to the change of state from gas to liquid. When the liquefaction is complete, PV gradually increases with increase in P. So this area, it represents the region of liquefaction. Hence the Boyle's law is obeyed only under ideal conditions, that is at high temperatures and low pressures. So this region of liquefaction is similar to the region which is shown in the P versus V graph. Attempts were made to modify the Boyle's law. Based on the experimental results of Andrew, Amagat and Holborn, Onnes had suggested for that all the real gases at high pressure and at constant temperature, there is an empirical relation which is given as PV is equal to A plus BP plus Cp square plus dP cube and so on. This is equation A, where A, B, C, D are constants for a given temperature depending on the nature of the gas. These constants, they are called as virial coefficients. A is called as the first virial coefficient, B is called the second virial coefficient, C is called the third virial coefficient, and so on. The coefficients are in decreasing order of the magnitude, that A is greater than B, greater than C, greater than G, and so on. The ratio is such that the ratio of B by A is of the order of 10 raised to minus 3, that is A is equal to 1000 B. Now for very low pressure, P tends to 0. For such pressures, A is equal to RT. That is, it obeys the Boyle's law. Therefore, PV is equal to RT. Because at low pressures, the higher terms, that is the terms BP plus Cp square, they all are negligible. So PV is equal to RT. The gases obey the Boyle's law accurately at these pressures. So we can write PV is equal to RT plus BP, equation B. The coefficient B has a special importance. So that's why it is shown in equation B. For all gases, it varies in a similar manner. At low temperatures, B is negative, but B gradually increases. As the temperature is increased, B becomes positive. Temperature at which the coefficient B is 0 is called as a Boyle's temperature, which we denote as T suffix B. At this temperature, the Boyle's law is obeyed. Therefore, differentiating equation B, this is equation B. with respect to pressure we will differentiate. So that will be B is equal to, and this we are differentiating at a constant temperature TB. So B is equal to d by dP of PV, and B is 0 at the Boyle's temperature, and PV is equal to A, which is a constant. The behavior of the gases above, below and at Boyle's temperature is expressed by plotting PV versus P graph for different temperatures. That is this graph. The general nature of the curves is the same for all the gases. So following conclusions can be made. For a temperature less than TB with increase in P, that is this curve. With increase in P, P first decreases as B is negative. It reaches a minimum value at a particular pressure, and then it begins to increase. Since at high pressures, Cp square, dP square, these terms become more effective and positive. Here it suggests that below Boyle's temperature, the intermolecular attraction exists as gases are highly compressible. For temperature greater than the Boyle's temperature, B will be positive. That is this curve, this line. With increase in T, PV continuously increases. Indicates that the intermolecular attraction is now less significant. And for a temperature equal to the Boyle's temperature, that is this line, PV is almost constant for a long range of pressure. Therefore, the Boyle's law is obeyed over a wide range of pressures. Therefore, below TB, the gases are highly compressible. That suggests intermolecular attraction between the molecules. Beyond the Boyle's temperature, the Boyle's law is highly obeyed. The intermolecular attractions here are less significant. So Boyle's temperature can be defined as that temperature above which a real gas behaves like an ideal gas and obeys the Boyle's law. Thank you for watching this video.